Ding dong! Hello!
Hello, hello, hello. Mr.
Good
Trainer's not here to say
afternoon.
it for you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys, and welcome to the final, the last live lesson of 2024.
I don't know if I'm
And
happy or sad about this. I mean, yay,
well,
yay, but also sad.
yeah,
I like it
uh,
enough.
no, I'm just happy. I'm just. It has been an amazing year of live lessons. So huge thank you to everybody who's turned up across 2024. We have had the biggest year ever of live lessons, and without sounding too corny about it, next year is looking as if it's going to be even bigger again. So the live lesson sign up form doesn't have next term sessions on there yet. So for the one time ever, I'm not going to be reminding you to go there to sign up today because the new sessions will be on there the first week back after Christmas. So we'll probably have them up maybe a day or two before going back. But definitely on the 6th of January, every country is back then for the first day. Then we'll have our menu for the first half term up for you. I think that is going to take us all the way up to World Book Day in March. So every session from our New Year's resolution session in the first week back, all the way up to World Book Day in March, they're all going to be available for you to book onto once we're back at school in January. Anyway, we don't want to talk about January. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas to you all, and welcome. Is this a Christmassy cardigan, Emma? I'm not sure.
Always. I got some Santas and some sunglasses.
Yeah,
Repping
that you would definitely not be able to wear that at any other point of the year. I'm not sure if this is a Christmas cardigan, but I'm gonna call it one today.
tartan always kind of like a tartan edge always goes to Christmas.
Yeah, yeah, it's strange. So you can wear, and that's foreshadowing, guys, because we're going to be looking at some Christmas jumpers today. You are going to need the challenge page, guys. So it's scrolling along at the bottom there. We'll have a look at that. So if you want to get a head start on that, get Express logged into on one tab, and then on another tab, open up the challenge page. Or if you're on an iPad, you're going to need the Express app. And then open up the challenge page on whichever browser you use on your iPad, whether it's Safari or Chrome or whatever. Get your comments in. We've already got some in. Some people sent their comments in before the live lesson started, which is very organized. Well done to you guys. Yeah. So you can send us a comment on YouTube, on the comments there. You could also use the StreamYard link that I sent out on an email to you with the links for today's session. So you can click on that. Send us a comment in there. Or if you can't do either of those, feel free to reply to my email where I sent you the links and tell us where you're joining us from, and we'll make sure that we get your names up on the screen and we get a shout out. Okay, so there's 3 ways you can send in your comments and we can get a shout out. Right. Rule number 1 of Adobe Digital Leaders, Emma, is what?
Pause when you want. So whenever you want. So if we're going too fast, too slow, you just need a wee break. Just give it a wee pause and then play us again at another point. But just keep watching. That's the goal, as long as you keep watching.
Yeah, and some schools, they'll just join us for the first challenge and then they leave. That's absolutely fine because maybe you've got something else on this afternoon. Also, if you feel we're going a bit too fast, just bear in mind that we are going to be showing you everything pretty much twice. So I'll be going on the browser and then Emma's going to be on the iPad. So you'll have some extra time built in there whilst we kind of repeat everything. Okay? Right, at 4 o'clock this afternoon, every teacher that's registered for this session will receive an email from our colleague Dom Trainer, who will be sending you a certificate for everybody who's taken part this afternoon. And also, on that same email, there'll be information about how you can claim a pizza party. So basically, this is our new Express School Challenges. And what that means is that if you can take what you're doing right now, which is joining a live lesson, and kind of spread those skills out across your school, that means that you've completed an Express School Challenge. So, for example, you're joining live now, and maybe you can go and help another class tomorrow or on Friday to do some of the skills that we've done today. If you manage to get 100 children in your school, or if you're in a smaller school, that's everyone from year 3 to year 6, or that's P4 to P7 if you're in Northern Ireland or Scotland. If you can get those children to take part in at least one of the challenges that we do in the live lesson, then that gets you an Express School Challenge. What you get? Well, you'll get a load of swag delivered to your school if you complete an Express School Challenge. And if you do that 3 times, you'll actually have a whole school pizza party paid for by Adobe, and you'll also get an Adobe Digital Leader School Award. So keep an eye out, teachers, for that email from Dom at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Right. Let's jump over to the challenge page and let's have a look at what we're doing today. So, guys, you need to follow that link that's at the bottom, or if you're on an iPad, you could scan the QR code that's here on your screen right now. Okay? If not, just type it in bit.ly/express Christmas. And this is always a really good opportunity for us to get our first shout outs up whilst you're maybe scanning the QR code or typing in that link. So the first shout out we've got is Mr. Edwards is saying Prynhawn da, that means good afternoon, from year 3 from George Street Primary School in Pontypool. Well, welcome to you guys in Pontypool.
Welcome, guys. Why do you say that?
What's that? Prynhawn da.
Prynhawn da.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Learning something new every time I come on.
Da is good. So Prynhawn is afternoon. So it's, good afternoon. And if you want to say it the lazy way, we say pnawnda. Yeah, we chop out the R. We just say pnawnda. Yeah, pnawnda. Yeah, right. And then we have got, here we go. Mr. JC. Yo, Mr. JC. And room 20 at Newton Farm Primary in South Lanarkshire. Welcome to you guys. Thanks for the message there, Mr. JC. Now, Mr. Edwards and Mr. JC actually got their hellos in before the live lesson started. So, big claps to you guys for managing that. And we've got another Prynhawn here from year 4 from Mindy Primary School in Cwmbran. Thank you. Kay Jeffries, thank you very much for your message. And then our final one for now is Shumai. So Shumai is, hi, how's it going? Shumai. From George Street Primary School. Oh, is this George Street Primary School again? Yes, it is. Different class. We got a different class. This is Blwyddyn Tree. Yeah, so, croeso, welcome. George Street Primary School, year 3, Blwyddyn Tree. Fantastic.
You guys are in it to win it for that challenge, eh? You looking for pizza party? It's 2 classes. Same
Absolutely.
Scale.
Right, we've got loads of them coming through now. So I tell you what, let's have a look at. All right, yes, they're in different rooms. We've got 2 different classes in different rooms. Hey, you're halfway to your Express School Challenge there, guys, in George Street Primary School. Right, so let's have a look at what we're doing. So we're going to scroll down. So this was theme 1. Okay, so you're going to need to scroll down, down, because we're not on theme 1 today. We're on a theme 2. So here's our first one here, Christmas, theme 2, challenge 1. So I don't know about you, Emma, but Christmas time is when all rules are off and you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want.
Absolutely. I mean, what's your favorite biscuit?
Ooh, I love a chocolate hobnob, to be honest.
Hobnob.
Yeah. What about you?
Like a good bit of cookie with some chocolate chips in it now, but sometimes I like white chocolate and then dark chocolate and then some milk. So I'm glad this challenge is all about food.
I do like. I'm quite plain with biscuits. I do like those just plain biscuits. They come from the kind of they're Brittany biscuits. They're from Brittany, and they are just basically pure butter in a biscuit.
Yeah.
I think they're called galettes. I love those.
I think I know which one you're on about. They're a good tea dunker.
Yes. Now then, so we are going to be designing your own Christmassy cookie bag today. So this example here by Chef Eli, I would say isn't very Christmassy. Okay, so let's see if we can make a Christmassy version of these bickies. Right, so to open this up, you can use the template that's there, but I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to use the template that's built into Express because they're slightly different. I'm not sure whether you are, Emma, or not. But you can click there, but I'm not going to. So if you want to follow my screen, let's just jump over to Express. And here we go. On the home screen in Express, we've actually got the two 12 Days of Creativity challenges we're doing today, which is design an ugly sweater and develop a custom cookie brand. They're both there. Now, if you're coming back to this tomorrow or you're watching the recording, maybe this will have changed, this blue bit here. So just click on the View All button there, and it'll open up all 12 challenges. So if you're coming back to this at a later date and the challenges have changed on the homepage, click on View All and look for the one that says Develop a Custom Cookie Brand. So open that up. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And here I am. It's opened up the template. So you've got the Learn panel on the right-hand side. So if you wanted to follow any of these activities independently, these are great because you can go through and it'll talk you through it. But today you're joining us in our live lesson. So let's just get rid of the Learn panel. Right, the first thing we want you to do is make sure that you've got your name in there. So I'm going to change this to Created by Chef Meredith. In here. Oh, it's all caps. Meredith. There we go. Add that space back in. Lovely. And it's time to change the title up here to something like MJ Cookies. Something like that. Okay. So open up the template and then get your name on the cookie bag and save your file. Okay. I think that's enough stuff to get started with. So let's jump over to the iPad now and Emma will walk us through the same thing.
Super.
There we go.
So, okay, so starting from scratch where Meredith had taken us from, again, if you click where it says click here on the template, it brings you to this one, which is slightly different. It's not going to be the same with what Meredith is doing. So I'm going to be the same. I'm going to kind of come off this and go straight into the app. So here is my Adobe Express app. Tap it out, open. And again, exactly the same. We're going to look for that View All button just at the top of that little blue corner. And once I hit View All, again, ours just looks a wee bit different on the orientation. You're like a 3 grid. We've got 2 by 2 all the way down. And we're looking for this Cookies by Eli. But if you ever get a bit of more time, give these others a go because they're really good fun, especially this design your own emoji and the symmetrical snowflake. I've had good fun with them. But we're here to do Cookies by Eli. And we've got the same kind of interface that we're looking at on the iPad. You've got the Learn panel. You can hit Get Started. But if you're trying to zoom in and out and you're trying to work with this, you can hit the X on the Learn panel. And if you ever want to bring it back up for the next steps, just look for the little light bulb at the top. So just to show you again, you can hit X to bring it away, hit the light bulb to bring it back. And I'm just going to do those other little steps that Meredith had taken us through. So I need to change this. And I'm going to pinch to zoom and go really nice and close so I can see it and tap again in to get access to this little bar here. So I'm going to use this little line and then there's a wee circle at the end of that line. If I tap and drag it, it means I can kind of go in and out of all of the different characters. And this is an easy one. I just need to change it to Emma, but I want to make sure it's in capitals like this. Created by Chef Emma. Perfect. And just take that away. Zoom out a wee bit and tap up here where it says Untitled. Just tap into this little box and give it a name. So I'm going to kind of copy yours. I'm going to call it Emma's Cookie Jar. Again, your name could be whatever you want as long as it references your project and what you're doing.
Brilliant. All right, cool. So it's time to Christmasify this design. So that's a word. I'm not having an argument about it. It's a word. So now then, it's time to get creative with the cookie itself. Now, this picture of a cookie is actually, it's been produced using text-to-image artificial intelligence within Express. Okay, which means we can actually change it. So if we click on that picture of a cookie, over on the left-hand side, you'll see that the generate image button has got some stuff selected in there. That's why this little settings toggle is on. It means some things have been done in here. And also you can see that the background's been removed. That's why this has got this little button on it. Okay, so if I click on generate image, it'll actually show me the prompt. So somebody typed in, when they made this template, they typed in cookie with pink and blue frosting and sprinkles with a bite taken out from above on a white background. Okay, cool. So what we can do now is just adjust this. We can change it to whatever we want it to be. So I want this to look a bit more Christmassy. So maybe I want this to be something like cookie with, and then I'll do, instead of pink and blue, I'll do something like Christmas tree frosting. Ooh. And snowflake sprinkles. I think I need a comma there. I think it always helps the prompt when you use punctuation. It kind of breaks up what you're asking for. So cookie with Christmas tree frosting and snowflake sprinkles, comma, with a bite taken out, full stop. Right, and then this picture is from above on a white background. So the reason it says white background is that that's obviously then been removed, and it's removed it really easily. So I don't really care what the background is, as long as it's something that Express can get rid of easily. That's why whoever made this template has said that. Right, so now let's hit generate at the bottom, and it's going to give me 4 options based on my prompt.
And if you like me, I can be drum roll. Drum roll.
Oh yes, drum roll. There it is. Cool.
Wow!
So they're great. And I mean, some of them will surprise you by not having things you've asked for. Like this one doesn't have a bite taken out of it, but it is a really cool cookie. And if you're not happy, then you can click generate more. You can change your prompt, be more specific up here, add some more details in, okay? But I tell you what, that first one is brilliant. I like this one with the kind of little snowy dots on it. I think I'm going to go with that.
I think the thing that surprises me is just so realistic. I'm just seeing the real zoom in part there. It just looks edible. Looks great.
I know. When you zoom in on it, yeah, it does. The detail is incredible, yeah. So, okay, there it is. So I've got my cookie. So maybe you're going to want to rotate, check the rotation. The size will be kind of based on the size that it already was. So there's a good chance the size will be fine. But if you want to change the size, then go ahead. Right. So that's the next step, is to change the prompt to create the cookie. So let's jump over to the iPad and let's see what Emma's got cooking in her cookie kitchen.
Your prompt was just very good.
Oh, hang on, hang on, Emma, because we got an absolute backlog here. Hang on. Now then, who have we got? We have got, right, Mindy Primary School, Year 4 in Cwmbran. Hello, Shwai. Then we've got, we already had that one. Right, here we go. Carnwath. Yeah, Carnwath. That sounds Welsh. And there's a lot of Welsh place names up in Scotland. So Carn is a collection of stones. So I wonder if you've got a Carn up there. So Carnwath Primary, P4 to P7, South Lanarkshire. Welcome to you guys. And then we've got Mr. Tomes class, Primary 6 in Holy Rosary in Belfast. How close is Holy Rosary to you, Emma? Is that nearby?
Very close to me, yeah. I'm based in Belfast, so I'm in Belfast.
Well, there we go. Everybody in Mr. Tomes' class, shout loudly, and then Emma can hear you. There we go. Did you hear them? There you go.
Echo. Just a bit of an echo.
And then we've got Dosbarth now at Sant Elfod. Welcome to you, Croeso, guys. Thanks for your message, Miss Worthing. And then we got loads of coming. Good afternoon, St. Peter's in Plumbridge. Hopefully you're all as excited for Christmas as much as we are. Well, I tell you, we are. Watching Christmas Chronicles trilogy back to back every night at the moment. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, they are great. And then Riverside Primary, P7 in Livingston. Welcome to you. Thanks for your message, Mr. Silver. And then we have got Pnawn da, everyone, Dosbarth Malwen at Drury Primary School, North Wales. Wish you all an Nadolig Llawen. Nadolig Llawen is Merry Christmas in Welsh. Nadolig Llawen i chi hefyd. I then had this message on an email, so I popped it up. Joining from Pentrapoeth Primary in Newport. Thanks for the email there, guys. Get your emails over if you can't put comments up, and I'll put them up on the screen like I did there for Pentrapoeth. Welcome to you. And then 2 left. Hello from Portrush Primary P6 class. Oh, now then. That sounds like a lovely part of the world.
The North
Have
Coast
you been?
is
Have you been up there?
I have. It's beautiful. Really beautiful.
So is the village called Portrush? Is it, or is it? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Portrush.
Sounds...
So if you're ever going to the north, Portrush is one of the places to go to if you're ever here.
Oh, there we are, guys. You heard it here. P6. It's the place to go. It sounds wild and windy. Is it wild and windy up there? I bet it is.
It can be, but it's like anywhere that has all of the elements at you. It's still beautiful to be around and surround yourself.
I bet. Cool. And then we've got our last one for now. Thanks, Ms. Bolton. We've got P6 in
Maharafelt.
Yes.
Maharafelt Primary. Hello, guys. So happy to have you all here. Yeah. It's in the ERA, the Mahara.
Mahara. It's not a is it?
Well, if it's anything, if people pronounce it any like I pronounce my surname, because my surname's McCaherty, so there's the
yeah. So it's not it's not as hard as like a Welsh is it? It's not quite as aggressive as ours. Yeah.
Say Maharafelt, or you can just call it Maharafelt. You know,
Maharafelt. Love that. Cool.
I do.
Right. Anyway, sorry about that. Well, not sorry. We wanted to get our shout outs. And if you haven't asked us for a shout out yet, get it in. But Emma, let's get a cookie on the go.
Giving me a wee bit of a chance here to have a think about my glorious Christmas cookies. So let's tap on our image. Let's talk to it. Let's get the image here. And we've located over here the little slider. Let's tap into it. So a cookie with pink and blue frosting. So I want to change this to something completely different. Let's take out the pink and blue frosting. Oh, accidentally hit enter to generate that. So we will wait a second.
This is that makes the same biscuit.
Yeah. Pink. It'll do a pink one. No drum roll, guys. No drum roll.
There it is.
With, let me see. I'm going to say blue frosting with blue frosting with snowflakes. I'm just going to go with snowflakes. I'm kind of taking your idea. Snowflakes and a moon. Sprinkles, the white background. So I'm going to change this blue frosting to, let me see. Give me an idea. Let me see. Give an idea with snowy. Let's go with snowy. Snowy frosting with snowflakes and a moon. I might change this every so often, but let's see what happens with it so far. You guys have so many amazing creative ideas. If you want to give me one, put it in the comments. Think of like how I can't spell Rudolph. I don't want to spell Rudolph. I'm embarrassed to spell him.
Well, I've seen a few different spellings of Rudolph, and some of them have got an F at the end, some have got a PH.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I had Rudolph in my head, but I can't spell him. So again,
there's some nice colours on those. I like those.
See, I always like a winter Christmas. I like the nighttime. So these are good. I quite like this one with a lot of little snowflakes on it. Now there's no bite out of that, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it there. Got some nice wee colours on it.
Yeah, that's a really nice colour blue. Yeah, that's really cool. All right.
With midnight winter spice.
Brilliant. Right. Now then, we've done that. So what comes next? Okay, next you need to change your name. So the name of your cookie brand, at the moment it's called Cookies by Eli. So we're obviously going to change that, okay? So you could just call it Cookies by and then whatever your name is, okay? Or I could do something like Jones Cookies. That would be a good one. Yeah. You could do something like Bickies, couldn't you? Bickies. I think I did that last time. I did Boyo Biscuits or Boyo Bickies, I think. Now then, what am I going to do this time? I'm gonna be old school, I think, and I'm gonna go Jones. Oh right, let's go. No, I don't mind the lowercase. So I'm going to go Jones Cookies. Jones, yeah, there we are. Jones Cookies. Yeah. Now then, this font has also got AI in it. Okay? So, and this isn't something we use loads of in our live lessons, is that you can set up a piece of text, okay, text box, and then if you scroll down, you got text effects on the left-hand side. And text effects is basically using AI to design your own font, okay? So if I click on that, text effects on the left-hand side, here's what it's got. Sugar cookies with blue and pink sprinkles. So maybe I need to change that to sugar cookies with white snowflake sprinkles, maybe with white snowflake sprinkles. Let's try that and generate. Okay. Now, here we go. That kind of matches my design better. That looks cool. But then you can back out of there and you can still do the regular kind of express stuff, like put in an outline on this if you want to. So I could do something like that. Or even pick out the green from my Christmas tree as my outline. That works quite nice. And you can even change the font itself. Okay, so at the moment it's in this Anton font. You can go and choose different fonts. So, a really nice kind of chunky font is going to work better here using these text effects. Okay, don't go for a kind of a skinny font. You want something that's got room to show your design. Something like this would work. Okay, this font here. See, it's a really thick font. There we go. And now I can just adjust it a bit. There we go. Maybe I'll change my line spacing a little bit as well. Tuck that up. That looks good. I'm not sure if I like the outline anymore. Maybe I'm going to get rid of it. And maybe I'll put a shadow on instead. So you've got shadows down here as well. Okay, so loads of different ideas for you here. There we go, something like that maybe. That one. Now, once you've done that, you might think, okay, because the font you've got, it all of a sudden you've got this big gap. Maybe you've got a big space, and you could then decide, right, I've got room to make my cookie bigger, which I do, and then this star thing that we got here, this kind of I can move these things around. Okay, so your next job is change the name of your cookie brand, change the prompt, the AI prompt that's on it, and then if you want to change your fonts, then go ahead and do that. Right, let's go back to Emma with the iPad.
Yes, so had a bit of inspiration, got myself a wee Christmas word mat up, just again to help with some spellings that I'm struggling with.
Oh.
It's like bauble. Like, how would you spell bauble if you didn't know?
Oh, yeah. Bauble. Bauble.
So if that's what you need, feel free to copy and paste. So I'm just going to show you how my prompt, I've changed it to put a wee Santa. So I've got a cookie with snowy frosting, got frosting twice, but snowflakes and a moon with Santa flying his sleigh. And this is kind of what kind of brought it up. And it still has his bite and he looks kind of cool. So I'm going to stay with it. What I'm going to do next is let's have a look at our text and tap into it. I'm going to change my text first. I'm going to give it a name first. And I'm going to suggest winter spice. There we go. Winter spice cookies. A bit like gingerbread.
Yeah, nice.
I always really love text. I love text layouts and I love dynamic text layouts. They're my go-to. They're my favorite. That's a wee bit of me. So I like to kind of just see where the space is, what kind of space I have with it. Let's just bring it down a wee touch. And let's go and change. Before I change the AI, let me change the text. So let's go through here, get nice and chunky. Now our fonts kind of come up a wee bit shorter, which is sometimes good because you only get to see like 2 or 3 choices at times first. So you can spend loads, you can spend ages going through all of these. And I quite like this. Quite like this Cooper. Let's stay there. It's kind of traditional, I think. And it's only done some of it because I only had the cookies highlighted.
Oh, man. Come on, iPad. You know what Emma wanted to do. Come on.
But what's really good, what I really like about this is that anytime you've got text in use, so you'll see this is all the text I have in use, it goes straight to the top there for you. So everything else makes it a lot easier to choose. Okay. I love it when mistakes happen because it shows you how quick and easy it is to fix it in Adobe Express. So let's think about the AI part. Okay. Let's go down to generate text effects and sugar cookies with blue and pink sprinkles. So I've got a lovely little map here, snow globes. We've got holly to maybe choose from, some jingle bells. And you know what? I think that's great. I think I want some bauble and jingle bell and bauble, holly and jingle bell sprinkles. Let's see what happens there. I'm going to zoom in nice and close. Wow, that's looking really cool. I like this one that has like the icing on the edge.
Yeah, and it's really it's you forget as well that it does give you 4 options. You know, I always forget. So the same as when you're doing an image, when you're doing the text effects, it will give you 4 options.
And you know what? I think I actually might go for this little one because it looks like a little bit of messy icing that I would do on the biscuits, you know.
Yeah.
So that is coming across really cool.
Very cool indeed. Yeah.
Very cool. And do you know what? Might increase my cookie just a tiny touch and move these a tiny bit as well. But it takes a wee bit of maneuvering and just see that cookie a wee bit better in all the lovely details. I'm pretty happy. It all kind of sits and fits in there.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh.
It's coming along really well. Right, okay. Now then, next, it's time to start kind of making our background more Christmassy. Now, this background's cool, but this green, pink, and blue theme that's going on here is giving me kind of summer ice cream by the beach vibes. It's not giving me Christmas vibes at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to slot a new background in there. So at the moment, it's got, if you look in your layer stack, here's what we've got, okay? So we've got our cookie bag, which is here. And then we've got this shadow around the bottom of the cookie bag. And then we've got the tabletop. And then we've just got this kind of, like I said, like this kind of ice cream colored background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slot another background in between the table and the cookie thing. I could just replace the cookie thing, but it's on an angle and it's probably easier to just pop a new one in. So let's go to media on the left-hand side. Okay. And let's just go to photos. And I'm going to search in here and I'm going to search Christmas. But I'm not done. Now then, have a look at what you've got on your design so far. And you really want to lean into it. Okay. So I would definitely say that I've got a kind of green and snowflake theme. Okay. So let's just go Christmas, green, snowflakes. Now, I'm not asking, this isn't AI, okay? This isn't going to make me what I've put. It's not going to give me green snowflakes because that'll be weird. This is just, I'm just searching millions of images. So I've just put 3 separate words in there. You could put commas between them if you wanted. But I'm just going to search for, here we go. And it's just giving me now, so it's really narrowed it down. If I'd have searched for Christmas, it would give me, thousands of images. But because I've put green and snowflake in there as well, it's really kind of narrowing it down, which means that these are all pretty much ones that are going to work quite nicely with my design so far. So I'm going to just scroll through. I mean, some of them won't be green, some of them won't have snowflakes, but it's definitely kind of narrowed it down and it's got that vibe that I want. And I tell you what, I like this one here. So I'm just going to click on that. Yeah, that works well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to resize it. And I'm going to think, right, do I want these boxes, these kind of parcels, or do I just want them peeking in a bit? So just do some resizing. There we go. And now I'm just going to drag that down to the bottom of my layer stack and pop it there. There we go. I don't need this image here at the bottom, the ice cream thing. So I could just delete it. Okay, but you don't need, I've just hidden it. So now I can say, right, okay, do I want less of those parcels? Do I want more of those parcels? I think maybe a bit less of them, to be honest. So you just mess around now with just resizing and framing. And I'm going to go with something like that. So sort out a background image for your design. We have got some comments in. I think one of them is from our friend Dom Trainer, who's meant to be taking a day off today. So I don't know what he's doing on our live lesson. But anyway, we have got, who have we got here? St. Bridget's in Mountfield, County Tyrone. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Happy Christmas, folks. Hope you're keeping well.
Indeed. Yes, thank you. So that's year 5, 6, and 7 there from St. Bridget's. Thanks for your message. And then I had an email as well from Mr. Brunton. So Mr. Brunton saying hello. This is his P7 class in St. Mary's Primary School in Draperstown. Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, Draperstown.
In County Derry. Welcome to you. And then this guy should be moving boxes today, not getting on here and giving us comments. So thanks, Dom. Any outlines or blend modes today? That's him teasing us there because I love an outline, and obviously Emma loves a blend mode. So there we go.
They're really good tools. I mean, what's not?
Yeah. I feel targeted, but there we go. Right. Right. Let's jump over to the iPad and let's see how Emma's getting on with a background.
Incredible. Okay, so let's think. Mine's is a wee bit of everything, to be honest. But let's go to media and let's follow the process here. And let's search for those photos. And we're looking for something. I'm going for something that's also Christmas. Okay, Christmas. But I'm going to add winter. And I kind of like that it's popped up here as suggesting a winter scene. So do you know what? Those are my 3 words, winter scene. And these are actually quite cute. Oh, look at the wee snowman. Again, you can spend so long. So I have 250 nearly to kind of have a look at. But all of these are usually pretty incredible. It's okay if you just go for the ones straight at the top. You see, this one's kind of cute as well with like the little, this is kind of what you would have. And I think I might go for that one with the little snowman and a wee cup of hot chocolate. Because that's, again, how do you eat your cookies? You usually have it with a nice cup of tea, coffee, or hot chocolate to dunk into. But
Absolutely.
There's so many lovely little scenes there, all nice and wintry. But let's go back up. Let's go find them little snowmen. Sometimes you just have to check to make sure that you weren't, that you had the best choice. So there's 2 ways. So again, on the iPad, you can kind of hold and drag it down. So tap and hold and drag it all the way down. Or if you go into the more option, you can kind of just send it backward or send it directly to the back. So that's a bit easier for you. So then all you need to do is just kind of bring it forward a wee bit. Okay. Sometimes, less is more. Less options is more.
Yeah.
So playing around there, let's see. I kind of like these little guys kind of peeking out of the side. A wee touch. Let's make them a bit bigger in the scene. And done. It's like saying, hey, how you doing?
Brilliant. Okay, cool. Now then, what have we got left to do? Well, we need to change our tabletop color. Okay. So just click on this tabletop and it's just a rectangle in Express. It's one of the shapes from the elements. And you can see over here, we've got the fill color. Now, again, what you can do here is try and repeat some of the colors that we've already got, or use a color that we've already got as a starting point. So if I click on the eyedropper tool, it'll allow me to pick maybe the green from my Christmas tree on my cookie. There we go. Let's set it to that color. Or I could set it to this background color, this nice kind of really light turquoise color. Choose that as a starting point. And then you can go to custom and just maybe darken it up a bit. Okay. You can drag it down if you want to darken it, and you can drag it to the left if you want to take a bit of color out of it, kind of desaturate it a bit. So that color you can see now is this color is related to this color because I started with this color and then darkened it. Now then, this shadow, okay, the shadow should maybe be the same color as the table, but even darker again because it's being the cookie bag is casting a shadow. So let's set the shadow color, this oval on the bottom here, to the same color as the table to start off with. Okay, I'm going to begin with the color of the table. There we go. So now we can't see it, but now I'm going to really darken it even more. There we go. And it's now got a kind of darker version of the table color, and the table is a darker color version of the background color. So we're kind of using colors that are already there to just change things around a bit. The same skill set is these shapes. Okay, these shapes here, they're in these blue and this pale green color at the moment. So again, maybe I'm just gonna grab the table color. That works nicely for this one as well. Now, maybe you're happy with the colors that are already there, and if you are, then that's absolutely fine. But maybe you want to change them up like I'm doing, and that's great as well. So I'm just gonna pick, maybe I'll go for this darker one. Yeah. Okay, so changing the colors of the shapes and the icon. So we've got those, the tabletop, the shadow, and then these 4 little stars dotted around. So let's pass back to Emma because we are nearly done now.
Super. Again, you get so mesmerized just watching people create, can't you?
Yeah.
So again, just tap on all of the different elements. Let's go over to the fill. Now, I have quite a few colors kind of running around mine, but the main theme is kind of like this blue or green kind of mixture. So let's see. I'm going to zoom in. Before I go in there, I'm just going to actually zoom in nice and close because I want to actually use some of these colors in my font and in my text. And so just want to make sure that I have access to that. Now over my layer stack, I can't see my layer anymore. So I'm going to use my layer stack over on the right-hand side, just to tap on it to bring it up. So I know I've got it selected because my rectangle's represented up here in the little thumbnail. And that way I can still be zoomed in on my canvas and still access and make editable changes to other little things. So here's my little color picker. So I'm going to tap on him. And there's lots of nice sweet colors here. I've got like this blue color I'm working with, lots of red colors here in the baubles. But I'm kind of going to go, I think I kind of want to go for this. It's not far off what I'm currently working with, this kind of green color. And I might kind of just deepen it just slightly, but I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's take a wee zoom out and figure it out. Yeah, that's looking kind of really cool. It's kind of like a nice wee mixture. And let's press on my layer stack over here. Let's select the little shadow. So again, I'm going to kind of copy Meredith there by getting the same color and kind of darken it. Or if you're like Dom and you really, really want to use that blend mode, you can. So let me just show you if you did want to do it. You've got your blend mode over here. You can add the multiplying. You see it automatically goes to a different color. So again, let's actually just show you how that works. I'm going to undo that action. And I want to show you how it works there with the same color. So let's go to the same color. You sometimes can't really see. So let me just change this blend tool. Let's multiply that and automatically there's a shadow. You could do the same a few different ways. Okay. And then all I need to do is just, I might move some of these a little bit, but move some of the little stars and color them. So I'm actually I kind of like the blue that it's there. Just kind of darken it just to match the theme that I'm playing with. And again, you might need to zoom in, zoom out, or use your layer stack to make sure you've selected the right things that you want. Let me just match those, make it a touch brighter. And up here, just want to match the little bits there. And kind of more like a blue-green theme. A little bit brighter. Because again, if I go for something dark, you can't really see that star very well. So let's just increase that. And I think that's kind of coming along nicely. I might make these a bit bigger. I want these to be kind of on show quite well as well, because there's a bit of
Yeah.
space over here, bit of dead space over here on mine. And I'll do the same because I have a lot of space here with my little kind of creatures and characters. But you can see my blue and my green. It's a bit hard to see, so you might just need to play around with your colors. You want people to be able to see all of the elements on your page, so make sure that the contrast between the background and the foreground, you can see everything lovely and clear. You want people to put, you want everything to work towards your main piece, which is your cookie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, we're nearly there, guys. That's all we got left to do. That's all we haven't done yet is sorted out the little bits of text on our actual cookie bag. Okay, so you remember the first thing we did this challenge was we put our name in here. So what you could do now is you could change the font color. Okay. Now, actually, that color works quite well with my kind of general theme. But I could definitely go in here, use the eyedropper tool again, and maybe grab one of the colors. Again, repeating colors really helps. And then I can do the same with, oh, zoom in the wrong way, sorry guys. And then I can do the same with this 100% good cookies here. Change that fill color again to maybe one of my colors. And finally, this kind of star shape here, we can also change the color of that. So why not go for the actual color of my wall in the back? No. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll make the 100% good cookies darker. Let's go for the shadow color. There we go. Cool. And now I'm done kind of echoing and tying together all of my color schemes. So we'll pass over to Emma, but just to show you on the browser, once you're done, you've got a few options for sharing. You can download this as a PNG if you want to drag it into maybe your Google Drive, your OneDrive, or your J2E My Files, or if you want to put it on another document, then a PNG is good. PDF if you want to print it, or if you just want people to see your design, just click on Share and then choose a view only link, and that'll produce a URL. Anybody who clicks on that will see your published amazing cookie bag design. If you are a Google Classroom or a Microsoft Teams school and your teacher has set you an assignment to make this cookie bag, then you can hand in straight away using those links there. Right, let's pass over to Emma. Emma's going to finish up and show us how to share. And in the meantime, Emma, I also want you to think about what has been your iconic Christmas tune this year, because every year they're like one song always stands out. So, and let us know in the comments as well, schools, what has been your class's iconic Christmas tune this year, the one that everyone sings every day in school? Is it one from your Christmas concert or your service, or is it just a pop song that you've heard on the radio and everyone's obsessed with? So have a think about that, Emma.
Okay, I've got an answer.
Yeah.
But for the meantime, let's just wrap up our lovely little pieces of work. So again, everything, I'm pretty happy with majority of everything here. The main text I actually might go for, I might change it to be like Santa's little hat here, because just to make that kind of bright and pop out. So let's go to the red. There we go. Kind of nice little red piece. And I will match that with my text down here. So let's just find it up here. There we go. And I'm just going to change this little fill. And I want it to be the same tone, but I'm just going to kind of drag it through this little rainbow to kind of see which color I like the most out of it. So the pink is nice. Yeah, kind of like that reddish, kind of pale red tone kind of makes that pop out there. And I'm pretty happy with that. Everything's kind of together and it kind of looks cohesive in my opinion. A few different colors. And again, if you are wanting to share, collaborate, again, you can use the little invite button up here at the top, or you can go to the share option. If you want to share this with your teacher so that they can kind of do some of the admin work there for you and share it on with parents, you can do it that way. You can go, this is where our view only link lives, just right here. Once you tap on it, you can, if you want people to remix your exact one, you can remix it here and you can create that link. And once you have that link, you can then send it on to home or pop it on the Seesaw for everyone to see. It'll take you to like a wee link and you can watch it as a little video. Or if you want to download it as a video to populate onto anywhere, or like a picture, where you can add animations and voiceovers and things like that. You can do it all through here through your download. And that is everything for this.
Go on, then. What's your favourite Christmas song?
I mean, can you choose the entire Wicked album and soundtrack?
It's not Christmas. It's not Christmassy. Sorry, Emma, that's banned. You're not allowed it.
Oh God, there's too many. It's usually Jingle Bells.
Okay.
Because then you can do it so many. There's so many different versions that you can. It smells.
Hey, come on. How could you tell over a live stream on a webinar? Come on.
And I bet you you smell delightful. You do. What about you, Mr. Jones? What's your song?
This year's song is the one that I sing nearly every day. Is Feliz Navidad. It's
very good.
It's a banger. You know, there's no getting away from it. We got a Pnawn Da, Blwyddyn Chwech. It's got Bryn Coch up there in the Wyddgrug. Shwmai. Thank you, Ms Davis. Diolch i chi. Welcome in. Yeah. Okay. Good. We're done with that first challenge, and it's 50 minutes, so we're doing okay. Maybe a little bit slow on that first one, but it's fine. It's fine. The second one's a bit faster anyway. No worries.
Done this a couple of times. The next one.
Now then, the second challenge, guys, is we are going to be designing your own crazy Christmas jumper. Okay, so let's just have a look at how we're going to be doing that. In the meantime, teachers, if you've got a bit of time, let us know your favorite Christmas tunes, your class's favorite Christmas tunes. But also, like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That'll help us very much. Right. Where's my screen? There it is. Let's get back to the home page. So to get back to the Adobe Express homepage, we just click on the Express icon, top left-hand corner. Okay, and now our second challenge is designing an ugly sweater. Okay, so you can see it here, challenge 2. Now, and if you want other classes to take part in the Express School Challenge, there are videos here to walk you through these different challenges, so your classes don't have to watch, the whole live lesson. Now, on the homepage, you can see here it is here, design an ugly sweater. If it happens to be that you're coming back after today to do this live lesson, then just jump into view all and you'll see it there, design an ugly sweater. Right, now then, this uses really similar skills to what we've just done with the cookie design. I'm going to close down the learn tab, don't need it. Now then, here we go. This is David's ugly sweater, okay? And it isn't beautiful, I'll say that much. So the first job I've got is I'm going to pop my name on here, Meredith. Now, I'm not going to make an ugly sweater. I'm going to make a Christmas or festive sweater, I think. Yeah, I'm going to make so I'm going to change that to festive. So you could put snuggly sweater, warm sweater, fluffy sweater. You could, and do you know what? I don't even use the word sweater, so I'm going to call it a jumper as well. Jumper. Okay, so Meredith's festive jumper. And then you see this little squiggle here. I'm just going to make that kind of the same size as my name and then pop it like that. And maybe just, yeah, that's fine. Right, so I've put my name in there. I've changed it from ugly to festive. I've changed sweater to jumper, but you don't have to do that. So now I'm just going to name my project. It's really similar to what we did in the first activity. Get your name on there, and then let's name it. So this is going to be MJ Festive Jumper. Enter. And I'm done. Right, that's me done. Let's jump over to the iPad, and let's get the template open. And get your name in there and name the project. Go.
So if you're like me, you were just enthralled in Mr. Jones there. So we need to go from the start. So we're looking for this the Adobe A, and come back to our home. Let's go into this little menu into here. You can go straight into it from there, but if you need to, you can go in here. Let's go into our design an ugly sweater creative challenge. And again, for what I call real estate space, for real estate, you can go through the get started, but I'm just going to hit X off of this so that I have more access to the rest of my content. And again, if you need to go back at any stage, just click the light bulb. But let's go over here. I'm going to zoom in nice and close, double tap in here, and let's go for Emma's. And I'm going to go for, I love alliteration, and I'm going to go for fancy fleece.
Yes.
Fancy fleece. I'm going to fancy fleece. And my name fits in that quite nicely, but Again, if you are struggling a little bit with your finger, just to kind of tap on that little squiggle, look to your layer stack. It's at the very top. Once you've got your layer stack, that wee node becomes available and you can kind of click and drag that wherever you need it to go. And the last thing, just before I forget, because I nearly did, over, is give your project a name. So Emma's Fancy Fleece.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay, now then, our next step is really similar to what our next step was on the cookie challenge, which is, let's look at this generated image. So this terrible looking jumper has been generated using a text image. So when you click on it, over on the left-hand side, you'll see the generate image button you can click on. And here is, here's what we've got. So, now, you can totally change this prompt and delete it altogether, but the suggestion is to just change what's in the brackets, okay? So if you keep the format of a something knit sweater with something and something, then it should kind of stick to this. But, you know, if you want to change the sweater to, are you going to change it to a fleece? Yeah, a zip fleece or something like, yeah, you can try it. You know, at the end of the day, that's all you need to do is undo if it doesn't work, okay? So I'm going to change mine to something like a, I know, I'll go for a Fair Isle knit sweater.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's a type of, I'm not going to even pretend to know what it is. It's kind of like, you know, it's a type of knitting pattern. That's it. Yeah. So you could try tartan. You could put tartan in there. Maybe I'll do tartan. Tartan. Or you could put fluffy. You could put warm. You could put Christmas knit sweater, festive knit sweater, ugly knit sweater, itchy knit sweater, furry, you know, just think of different adjectives for your sweater. Right. And then what's on the front? You know, this is dinosaurs and fruit is a crazy combo, isn't it? You know what I mean? So you could think of some crazy combos of your own. So you could do something like snowmen and what doesn't really go with snowmen?
Nutcrackers in my head there, but
What'd you say?
Nutcrackers, you know, the little nutcrackers.
Yeah. So yeah, snowmen and nutcrackers. I think you like nutcrackers on a jumper. I think, Emma, don't you? So I'm gonna leave that. Snowmen and pizza. There we go. So let's try that. Generate. Let's see what it gives me. Okay, it's going to give me 4 options.
Drum roll.
Yeah, so is it going to do that? Oh, yeah, what did I put there? Did I put tartan? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Oh, you're right. So it's gone off-piste a bit with some of them, but this final one is exactly what I was after. And if you want to see more, you can click generate more. But that last one there is brilliant. So I love that. I'm going to click on that, and there we are. That is my amazing festive jumper. That's cool. I'd wear that.
Especially love how your little snowman has that pattern as well, and it's scarf and hat. Very good. Very
brilliant.
Clever.
Right. Over to the iPad. Go for it.
Okay, so tap on my image. So click on the image to get our little menu up so that we can go into here for the generate image. And I'm going to work between sort of my hand and my mouse here. And I'm going to go for fancy because I used the word fancy in my descriptor for it. And I still want this to be knit sweater. Let's change that word to fleece since I've used it. Okay, I want a fancy knitted fleece. And I love Shrek. Shrek's one of my favorite films. And I really love, such a Christmas one for me too. And I really love the little sort of donkeys and the dragons, little kiddos. So I'm going to try and see if I can create them again in my head. So let me see, a donkey mashed with a dragon. And what else? I'm going to say nutcrackers. Let's bring them in. Let's see. Let's see how crazy we can get this to go. Okay.
Go on.
Everything else, let's hit generate. Let's see, drum roll.
Pushing the envelope here this afternoon.
You have to give everything a go. Let's see. I hear like the echoes of some drum rolls there. So it
When you
has.
said when you said half two there, I thought you were saying it's half two, and it actually is half two. So that was,
So it
messed
didn't.
up.
It didn't quite
Oh
give me
dear. Yeah.
my jumper. So I have a little bit of toying to do. I might
Yeah.
need to work with my prompt. Let me see. Did it give me? No, it give me a donkey in a jumper, kind of
Yeah.
effectively. So let me change this. Let me go back to sweater, or was it? Let's spell sweater. And let's take out the mask with the dragon bit, because maybe that is causing some confusion. A donkey dragon. Let's see, and nutcrackers. We'll play around with it, see if it gives me what I need. It looks really kind of traditional though, so it still
It
looks
is
quite
cool.
still, yeah.
He is well dressed, that donkey
Yeah.
that's about to disappear forever. There we
Yeah.
go.
There we go. Kind of went back. Got some fun creations here. I've actually got a donkey merged with a nutcracker.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. Quite like this little guy though. He's kind of
That's
cute.
cool. Yeah, that is cool. Oh,
Ooh, and this is kind of
fancy,
cool.
fancy headgear on that donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the king of that's the king of donkeys, I think. There, right there.
This one looks a bit. This one looks more like it's a merge for Halloween. No, so I think
Yeah, they terrify me. Please don't use that. Please don't.
I think I'll stick between the first two. The first two. I'll debate between the three, but I like these. I like these.
Brilliant. Okay, right. So now then, we've got only a couple of steps left now. That's the main thing done. Now, what you'll notice pretty straight away is that once you've done that, the color scheme behind this doesn't really work anymore. So this kind of, I don't even know what color you'd call that. Dark mustardy, browny yellow, horrible color
Yeah.
behind really was something that worked with that, ugly dinosaur fruit jumper. It doesn't really work with my color scheme here. I've got some really nice reds and some really nice kind of bluey greens. So I want to call out one of those colors now in my background. So in the layer stack, you'll see that there's two things we need to recolor. Okay, underneath your jumper, you'll see this rectangle and then this frame. Okay, so we're going to actually change the color of both of these. So let's just sort out the rectangle first. So underneath the jumper in the layer stack, click on this rectangle. And over on the left-hand side, we can just click on fill. And now I'm just going to pick out a color. Okay, again, we've used the eyedropper to load this on this lesson. So what color I'm going to go for? I want a really nice kind of deep dark color, maybe something like that. And that, I'm picking a color that's on my design, which really strengthens the whole kind of color scheme of your document. Right, once you're happy with that, then you can apply the same color to the frame. So that's slightly different, not quite as easy. So this one, with a rectangle, you just literally go to fill on the left-hand side and change it. But with the frame, it's actually using a duotone effect. So pick the frame in the layer stack. And now over on the left-hand side, you need to go to effects and go into duotone custom. And here we go. These are the colors you need to change here. Okay. So I'm just going to click on the shadows, click on the eyedropper, and now I can pick this lovely color that I've set to my rectangle. And there we go. I've got my frame sorted. Now my frame isn't very visible at the moment because that color right in the back is also dark. Don't worry, the next step will be changing this background as well. Okay, so we'll pass over to Emma now for changing the rectangle and the frame behind your jumper.
Super. I mean, my colors are actually not terribly aligned, but I do agree it's not quite the mustard yellow that I'm seeking. So let's use my layer stack to tap on the right hand side here. I prefer it on the iPad when I'm doing it that way. And let's go to our fill, tap on our little color dropper, and I quite like a lot of this like burgundy color or this similar tone but just slightly different shade here. Quite like that. I like the contrast of the background, so I think I'll keep it there. So I'm just shifting my tone. So let's tap on the little frame. Let's scroll down to our effects and let's go to our custom here as well. And again, we're just kind of copying, using the little color picker, dragging that over to the little rectangle, and we're going to do it the same.
Brilliant.
Just to make sure. Done.
Yeah.
Look at how cohesive now.
Great. Brilliant. Now, that green in the background actually works really nicely with yours, so you might be happy with that green. For me, it doesn't work very well. Oh, by the way, if you happen to have changed your frame and your rectangle to a light color, then maybe your text would need to change color to black or something like that. But for me, the white is working, perfectly with this dark blues. But if you do need to change your text color, go ahead and change it. Right, this cool kind of knitted texture in the background, I need to change that color because it's kind of a foresty green, whereas in my design I've got this more kind of a dark bluey green, like a sea green. So I need to change this color. Now it's locked for some reason. I have no idea why. You can see when you try and click on it, it gives us this little padlock here. So to unlock it, you need to right click on the background and unlock. So if you're on a Chromebook, guys, right click is clicking on the trackpad with both fingers, two fingers at the same time. So it's like if you do a peace sign, peace man, and then use that. If your fingers are right next to each other, it'll think it's just one finger. Okay, so and it won't pick it up. So on the trackpad, two fingers slightly apart, and that'll open up this menu. Okay, and then you unlock. On the iPad, you need to long press, but Emma will show you that now. So I'm going to click on unlock, and now I can do the same with this, where I'm going to go to the duotone effects. Okay, and go into custom. Now the difference here is that with the frame, both of these were set to the same. The shadows and the highlights are set to the same. Now we don't want to do that here because the shadows need to be black so that we see these kind of, shadows between the threads. So you just really want to change the highlights color. So click on highlights, grab your eyedropper tool and try some stuff. Okay, so that's one of those, or I could maybe go for there's a nice red in there as well. That's nice. I really like that. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Okay, so grab another color that you've got there on your design and change your background up. Now, as I said, Emma's doesn't particularly need changing, but maybe Emma, you'll show us anyway how to do it on the iPad.
I will, because again, I've got a designer's kind of brain on me, and it may not seem like it, but there's a slight variance in tone here that I would be upset with. So it is so minute, but yes, I will change it. So let's get through that little problem of the lock panel. So over here, there's the lock. And again, depending on sort of how easy it is for you to kind of press that, sometimes it's not. It's not easy to click like I have there, which is with my mouse, using my finger, it just didn't work. So if you need to kind of, let me tap on it again. And you kind of tap and hold onto it, and you see this option now to be unlock. So that's unlocked it. So you can tap and hold anywhere. It might do that thing that mine's doing and kind of glitch you to the center, but you'll still get your options open there, and it still and means now that you can edit it. So let's scroll down and have a look at this effects, this duotone. Okay, and again, let's go up here. Let's go to custom, and I'm actually going to play with the shadows, but I want to keep it so dark. Okay, so I want to kind of play in this red realm. Okay, but if you notice, I'm still kind of keeping quite dark in it, but it's just a very slight tone towards the color. And then this time around, I'm going to go into my little color picker, and I wanted this kind of like nice bright. So let's go to the red, darken it slightly, and click on the highlights. Let's get the proper highlights that I need. There you go. And again, that difference, you kind of see nothing. So it's so hard to see the difference, which is why Meredith is saying, try not to play with the shadows. But if you're a bit like me and you like a bit of danger,
well, yeah, go for it. Yeah, you can always change it back. Play around with it, guys. You're not going to break anything. Go for it.
But you will notice whether or not that texture shows clearly or not. So do be aware of that. But you can kind of play around with the colors and kind of see what you like. I
Yeah,
like that.
and there's something quite nice about having that texture being really subtle by having two colors that are really similar as well. So you know, if you like that effect, then go for it. Go for it.
I
Yeah.
mean, this it looks like if it's completely white and green, it's kind of like a reverse effect. It's not terrible either.
Yeah,
Fun.
no. Yeah, it works. Definitely
Yeah,
works. Yeah, mess around with it. Go for it, guys. I like that white. Yeah, it's cool.
yeah. I
Right.
think that's
So yeah, we've got 5 minutes left. So you know, to be totally honest with you, I don't feel like I need to do this next step at all. But seeing as we've got 5 minutes, we may as well have a look at it. Where these little stars here, and they work really nicely, and I like the yellow. I think the yellow is a nice change from all the red and blues and greensy kind of shades that I've got. But because we got time, I may as well show you. We can swap these for something else. So if I click on this, this is an image, okay? And we've got 4 of these stars. So if I come over to the left-hand side now where it says image up at the top, underneath you've got this little replace icon. If you click on that, you can then choose design assets. So design assets, remember, are like little stickers. So I could search in here for something like a snowflake. Snowflake. And we've got these. Or I can search for a snowball, perhaps. Snowball. Yeah, those are cool as well.
no.
So if I click on that, you see it's kind of swapped it. Now that star that was there was cropped, you can see. So if I just want to uncrop it, I just need to drag that side handle out. There we go. And that's uncropped. I mean, I quite like that that snowball. I'm not saying that it's better than the star, but you know, I'm just showing you how to do it. So click on one of the images, and there we go to the top left-hand corner, the replace icon, design assets, and then is there another snowball in here, or have I just got the one? I think I've just got the one. So I'm going to go, there we go, and then same over here. Replace, design assets, snowball. This one's cropped like that other one was. There we go. And then this guy, replace, design asset, snowball. So you could have gone for something else. You know, you could have gone for Christmas trees, candy canes. Oh, candy canes would have been a good one.
Oh, that would, yeah.
Man.
Stuff them.
And then finally, you've got these little stars. Now, these tiny little stars aren't images. They are actually shapes. So you could maybe change the color of those if you wanted to. Okay, the yellow is now kind of a bit lonely, but actually no, I've still got this yellow squiggle. So do you know what? I'm going to leave those as they are. So we've seen as we've got a bit of time. How would we do just a bit of swapperoonie on the iPad, Emma? Oh, there we go. That's you.
So when it comes to these ones, I'm actually going to take a different approach because I find it a little bit difficult on the iPad to do the whole kind of cropping bit. So I'm actually just going to delete. I'm just going to delete it and go straight down to elements and then look at my design assets. And I'm going to go for like bubbles. Okay, because especially I've done this one a couple of times now, and it was just tricky for me on the iPad to kind of make sure that I can get it in. So I'm going to kind of do it a slightly different way.
Cool.
Introduce my bauble there, but I would recommend you doing it with the ones that are rotated are a little bit harder. So I can even delete that, and what I could do is just very quickly duplicate so that I can kind of have it hanging off the bottom of my little jumper, my little frame.
Yeah, cool.
And what I will do, I will replace this one because I had a bit of an idea. I'm going to go up to the top to replace design assets because they're really good. And I'm actually going to go for a snow globe. I saw one there in your search and I thought I had to have it.
Snow globe.
Wee nice snow globe. So there's a wee bit of cropping for me to do, but that's okay because, again, now showing you 2 different ways that you can decide to add these things to your piece of work.
Cool.
Lovely.
I like that snow globe.
Perfect.
Done.
I'm pretty happy. I like the stars.
Yeah, the stars were nice. I only did it because we needed to fill 5 minutes. So right. Okay. Sharing, guys, is exactly the same. Download as a PNG if you want to pop it into your files, as a PDF if you'd like to print it, or share as a view-only link. That's the easiest way to share it. You'll get a link. Anybody who clicks on it will see your amazing designs. Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams. You know how to do all of this stuff. Now, if you'd like some of your other school friends to take part in the Express School Challenge and actually complete one of these, then that's all you need to do really is send them to the Christmas Challenges page, so bit.ly/Express Christmas. On there, they can choose any of these activities from theme 1, which were last week's lessons, or theme 2, which was today's lesson. Okay, and they don't have to do one of the ones from today. It could be any of these 4 activities. Okay, and then at the bottom, teachers, you've got the Express School Challenges instructions there, and also a button to submit for your swag and get your first point towards your pizza party. Right, we are done. Oh, there's Emma showing off her swag. Look.
Now, you may not receive these exact things, but this is an example of what kind of swag you can get for you and your class. So lovely stickers, some like wee doodle books, some colouring in so that you can get creative on and off the screen.
Yeah. If you're posting anything online, tag us in there so that we can see the work you've been doing with your class. I'd love to see your jumpers and your cookie bags. We always have fun seeing what you've been doing. Also, we've got a new community Facebook group for teachers. So any teachers or school staff, any of you adults working in schools using Express with your classes, then just search on Facebook for Adobe Creative Educators UK community, and we're in there all the time. Emma's in there all the time. I'm in there all the time, and it's just a great place to share ideas, share stuff you've been doing with your class. It's a really cool place where we just kind of share what we've been doing. And
let us know how we can support you further. Like, we've got these live lessons, we've got creative education level 1 and 2. But if there's anything else you need or think of, sure, that's what the community is all about: sharing ideas, resources, and just all the fun that you have on Adobe.
Absolutely. Well, there we are. We've wrapped up 2024, guys. We've done over 110 live lessons in 2024. Wow. So let's see how many we get done in 2025, and let's hope that you can join us as well, because we are having a blast with these live lessons. So thanks so much for all your support, teachers and classes. Keep enjoying Express. Have a wonderful Christmas holidays. Teachers, leave your laptops in school. Do not take them home. Leave them alone, and put your feet up and eat too much and have a break. And we'll see you back in January for a really exciting menu of live lessons. Emma, thank you very much. Toodaloo.
Thank you, guys. Have a lovely festive period. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, guys.